or not.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh!
What up? Welcome to Monday. How you doing, Chris?
What is up, sir? How are we?
Hey, it's the Seth Williams Show with Chris Aiken. Fantastic, man. It's Monday. I wish it was Friday already.
Well, we had exactly, 3 seconds to pre-show prep today because
Yes,
I was
yeah.
late as hell.
It was a good talk. As the sign said, it's showtime. We were both together.
Yes. Yeah, busy over here.
I can imagine.
I'm sure you're busy too, so.
Yeah, I know the feeling. But I don't know. I booked the governor for Thursday for Bob's show.
Nice.
So join the Bob France Show, 1420 a.m. on Thursday at 11:30.
Okay.
Governor DeWine will be on.
Oh. Does he know who you are?
Yeah. I think he was hesitant. I think his people were hesitant because Bob also does not have a real nice background with the good old governor because of the vid stuff and everything that happened there. But, I'm trying to create a relationship that hopefully will flourish from this point forward.
Sure.
Until the governor is gone and looks like Vivek will be taking over, but we'll see.
Well, you're setting a good precedent with The Office so that when Vivek comes in, you can say, well, look at the relationship we had with Governor DeWine. We were always fair with him.
I mean, quite frankly, though, we already have a good relationship with Vivek and with Attorney General Dave Yost, who are both running for governor. So, but I think this would be good. And maybe we can get into this a little bit today.
Sure.
Actually, he's got a decent idea as far as he doesn't want state funds paid by tax dollars to go towards the Brown Stadium.
Oh, I'm all for that.
But what he wants to do is put a hefty good old tax on the sports betting game. So if we're going to gamble on sports here in Ohio, he wants to put a big old tax on that. And almost like a sin tax kind of, I guess.
So that would be on who exactly? Like DraftKings and FanDuel?
If you're gambling here in Ohio, you're going to pay a tax on sports betting anyways.
So what you're telling me is that I better fire up my VPN before connecting to FanDuel so that
Right.
it looks like I'm in Pennsylvania.
But they have those like kiosks and stuff now, like casinos or in the stadiums. I guess they have these kiosks and stuff where you can make bets. I've seen them before. Where a couple places that I've been, so you can bet on games, locally and all that kind of stuff. And
Right.
you don't have to. I don't necessarily DraftKings, but I mean,
It's an interesting thought, but here's the question that just jumps into my head immediately. If I live in Cincinnati, I'm just throwing a city out there.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt, Cincinnati Bearcats.
Oh, there you go. So if I live in Cincinnati or I'm down there visiting your daughter and we decide to place a bet on a game,
Yeah.
why the hell should I take a big chunk less of winnings to support a Cleveland stadium?
Again, tune in at 11:30 on Thursday to the governor. We'll see what he says about that.
Right.
But I think what this will do will probably pave the way to stadiums throughout the state.
So it
Or
wouldn't just be
improvements or whatever.
it would
whatever
be
these-
what, a new baseball places for Cincy and Cleveland and
Or
football places.
unless it's going to be city specific, kind of like the syntax was for us as far as Cuyahoga County and when you're buying cigarettes or drinking or whatever, you got taxed.
I'd have to know how it works as far as the online gambling goes, I guess, because quite honestly, I don't, me personally, I don't watch any I don't bet on any Cleveland sports. That's craziness. So if I'm betting on the Padres and the Cubs, why the hell am I going to give up 40% of my winnings to tax to build a Cleveland stadium that I don't even want? That doesn't seem right.
Well, again, I think these are all questions that are going to be asked, but I'd rather have that than them taxing the shit out of
I agree with that too. Yeah,
who aren't going to go to games.
yeah.
At least it's sports related, sports betting, and you can do something with it.
I just think
Rather
why
than
not just
that,
have
than,
a-
I'm
we
not
just
going
have
to
a-
games.
Can't we just have a flat tax on everything and just take from that pool?
I mean, I agree, but I mean, I'd rather, if we're going to do a flat tax, I'd rather see stuff like property taxes go away.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just a flat tax, 40% across the board. I know that's a big number, but 40%. If you spend $1, you just spent $1.40. I know that's higher, but think of all the money that you'd get back on gasoline, on groceries, or not groceries, but on stuff that you buy, tires.
I'm with you on the flat tax, and we talked to a few different politicians over the past couple of weeks who are saying flat out, yeah, we're trying to find a way to get rid of or drastically lower property taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at property taxes, I mean, that's the biggest fucking scam of all time.
Yeah, it is, because especially if you've already paid off your house, then you're still paying.
Right?
Have your house sit there.
My house is paid off.
Yeah.
Right now, I pay some HOA fees, so they mow my lawn and stuff like that. But my house is paid for, and I'm paying over $7,000 a year on property taxes.
Jesus.
That's insane.
It is. It's nutty. For what? For the privilege of what? Your house sitting in a cul-de-sac? Fuck
Right.
off. Stupid.
It's supposed to be yours. That's what. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's not yours. You're basically renting the property from the city.
You are. From the city, from the state, from everybody.
We own a house and we're paying almost as much in property taxes as we were in rent. It was the last place.
Yeah.
We lived.
I mean, what does that translate out to? $7,000. What's that? About $500 a month? $600 a month?
What's the fucking point in owning a house?
Yeah. Doesn't make.
Well,
a
you're
lot of
better
sense.
off, honestly. You're almost better off renting because then at least when something breaks, you're not paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if stuff starts breaking around here, which it will,
Yeah.
I'm going to end up paying more than I was when I was paying rent.
Sure. The only problem with renting is that now all the slumlords are in on it, and they're charging $1,400 a month for a 800 square foot apartment.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's really stupid what people are getting charged.
Mm-hmm.
And the other downside is everybody says, "Oh, you got equity at least. At least you have blah blah blah." Well, I don't know. I'm not real smart when it comes to stuff.
Yeah, but equity just means that you're going to take a loan against, which means you're still going to owe.
I mean, I'm hoping that, like, once my daughter leaves here in a few months, she's gonna be going to college in like 4 months. I didn't realize how quick shit moves.
Oh yeah.
It seems like just yesterday we're trying to figure out where she was going to go to college. Now she's been accepted. She's setting up classes next month, and then she'll be out the door like the first week of August, moving into Cincinnati. And so I'm hoping, talking over with my wife, we need to start figuring out like a plan for us.
Sure.
In our, I mean, I don't like to consider myself old. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I need to figure out what the hell I'm going to do.
Well, you have, I mean, the luxury that you have, not that I know your finances at all, I do not, but the luxury you do have is that you know, as somebody that doesn't want to stay here, that wants to move somewhere nicer, better weather, whatever, just away from Cleveland, you do have the finances to do it because you could just sell the house outright.
Well, that's where I was getting at, is that, what we'd most likely like to do. I mean, I could do this podcast from wherever I'm at, so it doesn't matter what, but I'd like to move somewhere a little bit warmer. It might be better for, my health to be somewhere a little bit warmer.
Sure.
And my leg and stuff like that. And not on the ice and snow and shit like that. It would just be better for me to relocate somewhere.
Yeah.
And then, we could sell the house. We want to downsize anyways. I mean, this place that we're in now is huge for just the two of us.
Right, sure.
And so we relocate to a ranch style place, downsize a little bit. We could, sell this place, put a nice chunk of money away still. Even after we bought a new home, we could have a nice chunk of cash to put in the bank.
Dude, just pack your shit up, sell the house, move to Arizona, get a 2-bedroom with a pool in the backyard. You're good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need a mansion. God knows I don't need something super huge. I mean, it's just the two of us. We don't like to clean very much.
Well, dude, I mean, your house is significantly bigger than mine. I have a 1,500 square foot house for just me and my kid. I ain't gonna lie. I'll bet you I don't use 1,000 of the 1,500 square feet. I'd be just fine in a 300 square foot apartment if it meant I didn't, if it could be done where I didn't have to deal with people.
Right.
The only reason I stay here is because I like the, not having any shared walls, if you know what I mean. No.
Yeah. I mean, like, I wouldn't say this place is huge, but for us, it's for just two of us. Once my daughter leaves, it's significantly, we're talking like 2,300 square feet. It's got 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and
you're going to end up with rooms that you don't go in, and you're going to end up with rooms you don't go in a year.
Yeah, even upstairs there's like a second living room. So I mean, it's other than my office, it's upstairs. There's the rest of the upstairs we won't use.
Yeah, exactly. And you may relocate to your daughter's. Is your daughter's room upstairs or downstairs?
Hers is upstairs, but it's the downstairs bedroom is like connected to like the patio outside with like these French doors and stuff, and there's woods out there, nice screened in patio and stuff. And so it's really nice. It's probably double, if not close to triple the size of her room. I mean, it's
so you could move into that room with your office and never go upstairs.
And it's got master bath, like jacuzzi tub. I mean, we're talking like it's a nice place, dude.
Right.
But
I didn't expect Mortosh to give you a bag of shit.
No, but it's a lot for the two of us when she goes. The stairs are a pain in the ass at times, and so a nice ranch, couple of bedrooms, couple of baths would be nice.
Sure.
I mean, I'm certainly not bitching. I love my place. I absolutely love this place, and I don't want to leave, but I just don't know what we're going to do with all of it.
You don't want to leave now that it's getting warmer, but I guarantee you next November you're going to be like, fuck this place. I hate it here.
When my prosthetic leg is sliding off to the side on the ice.
Yeah, you could do that, or you could move to Florida, Arizona or something and never see ice again.
A lot of texts coming in. What is that?
I have no idea what that means. don't disagree.
What does that mean? What does that say?
He's saying basically what we said. To sell the house, take the profit, and downsize.
What does that mean? You don't pay taxes on a house
Maybe on a sale. I don't know. I don't know about selling a home. So
if you've lived in a
if
house
you've been there more than 2 years, you don't pay the sales tax. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been over 2 years.
I have no
I
idea
mean,
if that's
again,
true.
I've never heard that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know dick about anything. That kind of stuff. But I mean, again, I don't. I want to move, but I don't want to move. Does that make sense? I want to move because I really want to be somewhere where it's warmer. And I mean, it's been a long 18, 19 years of raising our daughter and going through a lot of shit with jobs and
health and everything else.
And look, everybody's got their issues and problems. I understand that. I'm certainly no different than anybody else, but I'm ready for a change of scenery. I'm ready to, instead of looking outside and seeing fucking snow on April 7th, I want to see a fucking palm tree on my back window.
Dude, there's a definite. I have that thought more and more, and in the next couple of years. And the only thing that really keeps me planted here is that fucking place in Pennsylvania, the Pinball Palace.
Right.
Because I just don't want to be so far that I can't just get up and get there, if need be. But that place runs itself enough without me there anymore that I would love to go back to Arizona and just live there. I loved Arizona. That was, of all the places I've lived, that was by far my favorite place, was living in Arizona. And it was hot as fuck. I ain't going to lie to you. It's very hot in the summer, but the 110-degree summer heat in Arizona is better than the 90-degree heat here with the humidity, because there's no humidity. It's just a better area.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. I mean, isn't it like super duper fucking hot, man? I don't know if I could deal with it.
It's hot. I mean, it's... Here's the thing and I lived in Arizona for a year and a half. So the first couple of weeks I was in Arizona, I was absolutely dying. Not going to tell you any story. I would stand right next to the air conditioner and still be sweating because I was dying of heat. But once I'd been there a couple of weeks and I got adjusted to it, then I was fine. And honestly, the hardest part in Arizona was I was still in the military at the time, so we had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do PT. And you would go out, and it would be 65 degrees, and we would be bundled up like it was 20 degrees because it felt so cold compared to the rest of the day that was always 90 to 100.
Right.
We'd be wearing full sweats, sweat jacket, hats, gloves, and it was 65 degrees.
I mean, like when we went to Florida last July or last June.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember when we got to like SeaWorld and stuff, and we were out in the open like that. It was fucking really hot, dude. It was pretty rough. But at the same time, I mean, kind of like here. When you're cold, you go inside and put blankets on and everything else. And like, how often am I going to be just sitting outside in the heat? Probably not a whole lot. And if I want to, I can. But at least there's no snow and shit to drive in. There's no ice to fall on. There's nothing like that.
And everything's built to accommodate that too. Like every home in Florida or Arizona or whatever is, central aired. Right. There's no homes that you come up on that have a portable air conditioner in the window or whatever. I mean, they're all built for heat. The problem with Florida is that fucking humidity. That humidity is just so thick. It's too thick. And that was what was nice about Arizona. There was zero humidity. I mean,
but I like a good thunderstorm and stuff like that. So I think I would like, the southeast.
Florida ain't bad, dude. I mean, I've been there a million times.
Georgia even, or Charlotte, somewhere, just somewhere.
If you're going to live there, though, why wouldn't you want to live near the water? Unless you're afraid of the hurricanes.
I don't know. We got to figure out. There just needs to be a plan, because I mean, we're gonna. Not to sound like a pussy here, but we're talking about. I don't know how you felt when your kids moved on or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I was talking to my wife last night. Like, it's little things I'm gonna miss that I didn't realize. Again, you don't realize how quick 4 months goes. Dude. It goes by super quick.
Mm-hmm.
And like in 4 short months, I'm gonna wake up on Saturday mornings. My wife is gonna be at work, and I'm not gonna have my daughter around to go out for a ride, go see a movie, hang out with, and when I get home from work, nobody's gonna. She's not gonna be here home from school saying, "Hey, what's going on?" All of a sudden, it's like her time to like start building her life. And so there's all these little things that are just gonna kind of suck, and that I'm gonna miss. And but I want to adjust somewhere different. I don't want to just get stuck here in the same routine. We wanted to stay local because we wanted her to go to the same school and not be ripped up and uprooted and somewhere else. Have her same friends and do the shit that she wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's time for us to do something different since she's not going to be here.
Yeah.
And so, it's just time to figure out how we're going to do that. And that's what our problem is that we have great ideas. We want to do things, but then we just get stuck in the same routine, in the same whatever, that we don't take the risk, or we don't just get off our ass and say, all right, we got a lot to do, but we got to get it done and do it.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
It's that old cliche, can't run a marathon without taking the first step thing. You just got to take the first step. Whether it's the first step might be just calling a real estate agent to get an appraisal on what they could sell your house for.
Right.
At least then it makes it real.
Something.
Right now it ain't real. Right now it's a bunch of fucking clouds in the sky, but once you talk to a real estate agent, because believe me, they'll call you 400 times after it to bug the shit out of you. So, once you make it a little bit real, then it becomes a little more of a real idea. You should already be making some of those plans, because the real part is happening here in July or whatever, when she goes to college.
Right. Wait to move till your daughter officially moves out. Yeah,
I agree with that too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we're not doing anything before that, but it is something that we've been seriously considering and need to really figure out what we're going to do, because it's not like I'm in a career path right now that's heading towards fucking
dude, you can pick up and start
financial happiness here. I mean, I'm not in that field or going in that direction.
No. And I don't know what your wife does for a job, and I don't want you to tell me where she works, but does she work in a field that would translate somewhere else?
Oh yeah. No,
so then there you go.
She's got a lot of skills that from previous jobs and what she does now, that she could absolutely go somewhere else and probably find a job pretty easy.
Yeah.
Again, we're not raking in cash, but she can definitely find something.
Yeah. See, this could be the spark that pushes a lot of things for you. So if you're going to uproot your life anyway, then that's when you also get the disability nonsense started and taken care of. Get it going so that by the time you land in Florida or Texas or wherever the hell you're going, you got income.
I got income already coming in, right?
Yeah.
And then you could always do the DoorDash and other side hustles
exactly
to kind of get things going until we have good opportunities. But it's just, look, if I'm gonna not be as successful as I always wanted to be in life, I at least want to be happy doing whatever I end up doing.
Dude, you might find it easier to be successful doing something if you're not surrounded by the same old shit that's held you back.
Right. And I think that's one of the things that I've been thinking about.
You get in ruts because you get it, and this is no slap at your friends or my friends or anybody's friends, but you don't even realize it's a rut, but you get into a comfort zone. Your friends expect you to do certain things. Your family expects you to do certain things. Your neighbors expect you to do certain things. And then you do those certain things instead of taking chances. Get around a bunch of people you don't know, you're way more willing to take a chance. Because if it fails, no one knows you.
And look, you know me, but like my entire life for years has been built around routine. Mm-hmm. Now, that may come from what I do for a living, because when you're in radio, like you're running a Triv show or you're running whatever Bob show or whatever, everything is very routine. You got this many minutes, so we're coming back from break. You're counting down literally seconds, and everything's routine. You got to take a break at this time. You got to do this. Got to do that. Everything's based on routine, and I kind of translate that into the rest of my life. I've kind of
Sure.
moved that into the rest of my life, where everything is fucking routine. When I sit down for dinner, it's the same fucking show every night that we watch when we eat dinner. You know, I can't eat dinner until a certain time. Everything's fucking routine for me, and I hate it. I hate being that way, and I need to break that routine. I need to break that cycle of just everything is normal, everything is routine. I go to bed at the same time, and everything. I gotta break that cycle of shit, because it's annoying, and it's not the way that I should live the rest of my life. I mean, dude, being routine is probably what cost me my fucking leg, other than the nail that I stepped on. Yeah. But you're doing the same shit over and over again. And, you know.
Dude, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life, and this is the honest to God truth. And you know my life, there's zero routine. I mean, none. There's no routine on when I sleep, when I eat, when I'm up, when I'm down. You know, I mean, I have times that I have to be in front of the camera, but other than that, dude, I went to bed 2 nights ago, or Saturday night, I guess Sunday morning. I went to bed at 9 in the morning. 9 in the morning. And then last night I went to bed at 3 in the morning. You know? And today I probably won't go to bed until 1, 2, 3, somewhere in there, because I got other shit to do after this tonight. So I may not even go to bed tonight because I don't really have anywhere to go tomorrow. But I'm happy because it's always a new challenge every single day.
I don't know how other people are that are listening and watching. I don't know if you guys are routine or not. I just, that's the way that my life has always been. It's just very strict routine. Yeah. When I would have drinks, it would be, I couldn't have anything to drink until after 8 o'clock. After 8 o'clock, I could have drinks. And, you know, even when I smoked, it was, all right, I'm in a car, got to have a cigarette. Right. After a meal, got to have a cigarette. Get up in the morning, got to have a cigarette.
Sure.
When it was time to go down and smoke with Trip at top of the hour, top of the hour, go down and have a cigarette. Everything, it was just, it's always been built on fucking routines. And I hate it. I feel like I'm trapped in the routine.
Sure.
And so, you know, when I see an opportunity now to bust out of it. And I think if I don't do it, I'm just going to be here and die here, dude. Like I said the other day, I'm going to die in a fucking Walmart greeter fucking cart wearing a yellow vest. Because it'll just be my life.
Right.
And I don't want it to be like that. I need to change it. I need to somehow break out of it. I need to just say, okay, it's going to cost money. Find a way to get the money. Find a way to do what you got to do.
Sure. I don't know about this statement. I think you should do stand-up comedy.
I think I'd be better like sit-down comedy.
Yeah. Do you have enough funny ha-ha jokes to do 30, 40 minutes of a routine?
I don't know. I don't know if I could do like I'm not. I don't think I'm a funny ha-ha. Let me tell a joke guy. I think I can get up and tell stories that are entertaining.
Tell stories that make people laugh. See, that's why I don't do it either. Same exact reason. I could tell stories that make people laugh, but sit there and go, well, I was at the store the other day and you never guess what I saw. You know, no, I can't do that.
But I appreciate the compliment. I would like to do that. I would think that would be fun to do. But again, it would have to be like in a recliner or some shit because I'm not standing on this leg for 40 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be long. Have to be like that Tony Hinchcliffe Kill Tony podcast where everybody's sitting down.
But I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about. And routine is everything with me. Routine is everything when I get on fucking Facebook. I mean, like we talked about the other day, the whole fighting with people on Facebook. That's become routine now. Mm-hmm. Everything for me somehow ends up in a routine. Every time I sit down, I got to do this.
Right.
I got to break it, man. I got to find a way to get out of that horrible.
Well, I've told you the way to get out of that one. You just refuse to do it.
I can't do it.
You can.
I did it for 24 hours, just so you know.
No, you didn't.
I did. Ask my wife. I did it for 24 hours.
Not straight hours.
Yes, 24 straight hours. I did not.
It was over 3 days when you were asleep.
No, I did not. I did not post anything negative to anybody for 24 hours.
But you still posted.
No. I didn't do anything. I did nothing.
Did
But
you
after
look?
that, huh?
Did you look?
No, I stayed off. My phone.
Okay.
I went on Instagram, so that's maybe a lie. I went on Instagram, but I didn't post anything, or I didn't. I was looking at like fight videos, and the one thing that keeps popping up on my Instagram, dude, and I heard about it on Howard the other day, and it's happening to me. I'm getting nonstop the hottest Down syndrome chicks you've ever seen in your life, dude.
What the hell?
Oh my god, dude! I swear to you. Now I'm not joking. Like, there's not one of these girls that I wouldn't do nasty, horrible things to for hours. But they're happy to pose themselves. Do you have your phone?
Yeah, on my phone.
Do you have Instagram on your phone?
Yes, I think. There's the difference between me and you. Do I have it on? I got to look because I don't know. Okay, I have Instagram open. What am I looking for?
Go to, because I don't think I have it on my computer, because otherwise I'd pull it up. Just search. Oh, I do have it. Oh, yeah. Just search. Wait, can I do it then? Down syndrome bikini girl.
Down syndrome bikini girl. Search. All right. Yeah, they're not bad.
Dude, there's one. I wish I could find her, because she's just dancing around and she's got this red bikini on. That's all you see. And she's like thrusting her crotch into the camera and stuff. Man, it's the most amazing thing ever. You look at her face and you know she's Down syndrome.
Yeah. It's a cheap date.
That's terrible.
Throw a plate of paint chips on the fucking table and say, "Here, eat this while I bang you."
Okay, I gotta
Is
find.
that
somebody.
bad? Is that too mean?
That's ridiculously horrible. Why would you even think something like that?
Could have dinner for 50 cents if they were all pennies.
Man, you are just terrible. Oh man, it's like give me warning labels on my computer. Tell me that I'm violating.
Stop
anything.
surfing porn, sicko.
I'm not searching porn. What the hell is different about my phone and this stupid thing online? Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna try to show it on the camera. Because these things. It's unbelievable. These girls, dude. All right. Can you see this girl?
Too much
glare.
Too much glare.
A little blonde girl with Down syndrome. No one was ready for it. Dude, she's got the best ass I've ever seen in my life. Dude. And I feel so terrible looking at it.
You really don't.
But now, that's become part of the routine. That's not true. I'm not looking at retard amputee porn. It's terrible.
Your retards need both legs.
so awful. I gotta find one and send you. I'll just send it to you.
Yeah, send it over.
Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna just copy the link. I'm gonna text
send it over.
Because you got to see this. I mean, they're all like this. Watch out which Chris I send it to.
Yeah, somebody from your work might not go so well.
All right, I just texted you this girl. This one. That was the first one I found. Yeah.
Let me see. Why did it not come in here? Well, shit. Let's see.
Can you email it to yourself?
I'll email it to myself.
Did you see it?
Give me a second. Copy.
I'm telling you, man. And when I go to bed at night, that's not what I want to see.
Yes, it is.
Well, it is some of it, but I mean, then you feel bad. I don't know whether to feel bad. Do I feel guilty about looking at it? They're putting it out there.
Why would you feel bad? If you think it's hot, it's hot.
Okay, well, I'm trying to decide whether I should think it's hot.
Well, what are you supposed to think that she's hideous? All right, now she's definitely Down syndromed.
But look at the rest of her.
Yeah, she's got a great body.
That's what I'm saying. So, ethically, am I allowed to think that this is hot?
I'm gonna call her Horky.
Man, why? That's just terrible. Funny, but terrible. Yes,
she's Horky.
Straight to hell. Look at that.
That's kind of a lot of ass for me, but
I say I like them thick like that. It's not like she's fat.
No, it's not like she's fat.
I mean, I could send you literally 30 girls that look like that or better. It's the first one I found.
I'd say whatever you want. I think Horky was the line of the show.
It is, no doubt. But they're all, I mean, like, I'm just scrolling. They're all. All right, I'm going to send you this one.
Email it.
Okay. Share to you. Okay. Look, it's even got the great music, dude.
Brian, those titties ain't retarded.
Either of these I'm about to show you. All right, sent it.
All right.
This has become our show topic. I'm fucking believable. From routine, I'm crying because my daughter's leaving to Down syndrome hot chicks.
Yeah. All right, where's the email? Not here yet. Did you send it to the wrong one?
You're taking Aiken IT Services?
Yeah, that one. I didn't get it yet. Or did it go to spam because it's fucking
Porn?
Oh, there it is.
Oh my God, I just sent that from my work email.
Oops.
Right. Well, it was show prep. That's all I'm going to call it.
You were investigating for an potential upcoming guest.
Yes, that's what it is. If I could get this brought on the show, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Go ahead, be gone with it. Come to the back. Go ahead, be gone with it. Come here, girl. Go ahead, be gone with it. Come to the back. Go ahead, be gone with it.
Seriously, Down syndrome or not, wouldn't you be like all over that?
Yeah. Better because she's Down syndrome. She wouldn't be smart enough to yell at me.
And if she was yelling stuff out, would it be weird? Like, yeah. I mean, like,
give me a hug.
Dude, I know karma's gonna get me, and I'm gonna shit the bed or something horrible.
Put it in my ass. Put it in my ass.
All right, that was Chris. It's all Chris saying all these horrible things.
I don't care.
But really, come on. Do you think now somebody's holding these girls up to doing this? Like, it's got a gaggle of Down syndrome hot chicks, and some dude is like forcing them to put hot pictures up there?
He's probably got one of those little flashlight things, and he's just wiggling it around if they take their clothes off.
Come on, dude.
Here, I'll give you this. I'll give you this pen light.
You're going straight. You are going straight to hell, dude.
Hey, you want this bag of Legos? Take off your clothes.
See, Brian's with us.
Of course he is.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know how it became a thing on my algorithm because I don't look up like hot chicks on Instagram. I looked up fight videos and I can't get a lot of those. But those just started popping up. And apparently, I was listening to Howard Stern the other day, and he said he had the same thing. It's popping up on his algorithm as that.
Well, I've not had that. Now I will because I pulled it up here. Now I'll probably get them every day. But
Well, you're welcome then.
thanks.
You know where else the Down syndrome people have been hanging out?
I can't wait to find out.
Apparently in the streets of Cleveland and all over the country.
Really?
Holding
Why,
up
they homeless?
signs calling Elon Musk and Trump Nazis.
Yeah, the idiots.
Did you see those protests that happened over the weekend?
I saw a photo or two. I didn't read about any of them. I just assumed it was stupid, so I just was like, okay.
Now, what I might ask you to do is, they have there's a ton of man on the street videos of these people, dude.
Okay.
And we got to watch some of those because these people are some of the dumbest people of all time. They don't even know why they're protesting. They can't even tell you what they're protesting.
Well,
They just want to call everybody a Nazi. One lady started singing Nazi. You sent me the one video, which was hysterical.
let's see. Protesters of Elon Musk. I'm looking. Let me look. Man on the street. The street.
Remember the one you sent me?
I'll have to find it. Give me one sec.
But these people, they apparently have nothing to do with their lives. I mean, a lot of these things are funded by George Soros, dude. I mean, their posters all look the same. These people aren't bright enough to come up with some of the things that they were saying. And they all have the same stupid message, and they don't even know what they're protesting. They don't even know why they're upset.
I don't know what this has nothing to do with what you're talking about, but I'm going to go back to the
Down to
retards for a minute.
Not down. Please be politically correct.
All right. Well, here's a trans dog. Who's smarter, this dog guy or the girl in the bikini?
Obviously, the girl in the bikini. But who's worse, though? The guy who's actually rolling around on the ground and obeying the commands, or the crowd that's cheering?
The crowd that's cheering is far worse.
Way to go, dog.
Good work, Fido. Oh, wonderful.
This is what we've come to. And,
This is
the
our
left
world.
The left honestly thinks that those people are normal. Dude.
Yeah, they do.
We're the fucked up ones. All right, me looking at Down syndrome, hot chicks, and bikinis is a lot more normal than what that guy was just doing.
No way. Perfectly normal to roll them around like that.
Did he get a treat after? I mean, what does he get for obeying the
Get a
commands?
treat. That's hilarious. I'm sending myself that one that I sent you. Give me one sec. Because this one was pretty fun. Now, I didn't remember what I sent you, but yeah, this was pretty funny.
I mean, I didn't go out and go downtown. I didn't go out to Medina. I think there was some on Medina. I didn't go to West 25th where they were. I mean, these people are fucking freaks, though, dude. Apparently, there was all over the country. There were.
Wow.
And these dumbasses, another one today, vandalized a Tesla truck in a parking lot. You realize the owner of that truck was most likely a fucking liberal, just like your dumbass? You're destroying each other's property. That's how smart these people are.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I thought I saw that AOC's sister got arrested for vandalizing a Tesla dealership.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
And she tried to get her off, and they said no. There you go. The old retard finder.
Hey, should we use it for the last video?
Don't touch people. Come on. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands. They're so. Why do you always go to violence and keying Teslas and throwing Molotov cocktails? Why do you always have to get violent? Peaceful protest. Peaceful protests. Peaceful protests. Peaceful protests. Peaceful.
Hey, did you ever think that in the streets of America in 2025 you'd be seeing posters with a swastika painted over them?
I know, it's so
Who
dumb.
the fuck are these people?
They're just dumb.
You know what's fucked up is that they're the same people that support Hamas, who's trying to exterminate the Jews, and yet they're going around calling everybody else Nazis.
They're just easily led morons. None of them are doing their own research. They just are easily led into stupidity.
Well, that's just it. You know, we talked about it this morning, and Bob's right. They've been duped by this media, like Cleveland.com, Channel 19, WKYC. They've been duped by these left-wing liberal hacks that are seriously, they're not even telling you the truth.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
we talked about the food bank issue last week, where the food bank and Cleveland.com and they had said that trucks were turned around by Trump and his cuts, and food is going to rot in these trucks and not get to the many hundreds of thousands of people in Cleveland that need this food.
Right.
Then they came out with a statement that says, "No, we want to address the rumors that trucks were turned around." No, they aren't rumors. You're the one that said it. But
They
then
started
they said,
the rumor.
We want to address these rumors, and it's not true. There weren't trucks that were turned around, blah, 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 blah. What it turns out is that there were cuts that were going to expire because of COVID. There were these, this money and stuff was for when COVID was going on. Well,
Right.
It was set to expire, which means there's going to be less money, but it had nothing to do with Trump. Nothing at all. And they admitted to it.
Well, yeah.
So some lady calls me out on it on Facebook, and I give her the post from the food bank saying, it's not true. And she says, I don't know what you're talking about. It is true. I said, I just presented you with the food bank's fucking statement
That
saying it's
doesn't
not
matter.
true.
That
They
doesn't
don't believe you.
What does the food bank know about the food bank's own statement?
You
Come
can
on,
beat
Seth.
them in the face with facts, and they don't want to believe you.
No, they don't. Why would
So
they?
fucking frustrating.
Why
And
would
that's
they
what these
want to
people are.
believe it?
These dumbasses are out there burning down cars, and I don't think AOC's sister, she did plead for them to release her, but they are not going to do that.
Good.
Good for her. Good for finally the government's doing something right.
Well,
There'll be some judge out there to let her ass go.
yeah, there probably will be. She's in New York, for God's sakes. Then there was, might as well just stir the pot. Why not? Then there was this one that got you all riled up.
Oh, this guy.
This guy says to you, "Holy shit, what an idiot. Keep drinking that Kool-Aid, dumbass. Enjoy the recession, the inflation, and the job losses. You definitely deserve it."
Well, the job numbers were up. Inflation was down. Now we're going to probably see some of this stuff spike because of tariffs. But this guy's name is Metal Hawk.
Yeah.
Right? Metal Hawk. So I'm assuming his fucking economics degree didn't come from Harvard or some shit.
Why?
This moron is going to fucking sit here and he's going to criticize me. I can't even find this post. I don't even know where to find this post. Where was this
It was
post?
on Locals.
What is that?
He's one of the local subscribers.
He
That pays
subscribed?
for- he subscribes to my shit.
No.
He's
The
a
fuck-
metal. He's a CMS guy, I guess,
Then why the fuck is he even commenting on my shit?
because it's posted in there.
Okay, well, I don't see a nickel of his fucking money, so he could suck a fat bag of dicks. If you got something to say, Metal Hawk, you sound really intelligent. Please email me or text me. Go to one of the sites where you can actually talk to me on one of these things.
Well, we're live here
Facebook.
every Monday and Wednesday, 4 to 5:30.
Come on, Metal Hawk. It's a real creative name. Does it stand for something? Is there something? I looked up a Metal Hawk on X, and I didn't see anybody intelligent with that. There was a handle Metal Hawk. I don't know if it was him or not.
I don't know what the Metal Hawk is.
Was that like a reference to a band or anything?
I don't know. The only thing I could think of, there's a band called Primal Fear, and their mascot or their image is like I think it's a metal hawk or a metal bird or something. It's the only thing I could think of. I don't know.
Well, what I think is funny though is about these people. Again, it's the same. What you don't think I've heard a kabillion times? Keep drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, you're in a cult. Oh, keep drinking the Kool-Aid. Blah 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 blah. I mean,
All right,
dude. If you're gonna make fun of me, you're gonna call me names or something. At least be fucking creative. Do something new. I mean, Metal Hawk. At least come at me with something that I haven't heard before. What are you gonna call me? Fat next? You dumb piece of shit.
Metal Hawk Tua, very good. Very good.
I don't see creative. Keep drinking the Kool-Aid. You'll see. Okay, well, in 4 years, come back and tell me I'm a dumbass.
Huh?
How about this, dumbass Metal Hawk? If in 4 years Donald Trump hasn't done what I hoped he would do, then I'll call myself a dumbass.
Yeah.
He's been in office for 77 days. He's already answered more questions.
The world should be fixed, Seth.
I apologize, yes. He's done more in 77 days than fucking corpse before him did in 4 years.
All I
And
know
don't
is, am I wrong in saying that there's like 7, 8, 9 countries that have already worked it out with the whole tariff thing to just kind of level the playing field?
According to somebody in administration, they've been contacted by 50 countries so far.
But I think there's like 8 or 10 that have already said,
Already
sure,
done it.
we'll do it, right?
We'll quit, yeah.
So for all the thought that the world economic situation is going to fall down, seems like a lot of these countries are getting in line, as they should. We're not asking for crazy. This is where, and again, I don't pay that much attention to this shit, but this is where I don't understand why people are protesting it. It's not like he's saying, pay us more than we're paying.
Right.
He's literally saying, if a dress is $5, then a dress is $5.
Right.
Not a dress that you sell us is $8 and the dress that we make is $5.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
They're upset because they're going to. Half these people that are sitting there and bitching that they're going to get their Social Security taken away aren't old enough to get any kind of, whatever. And Elon has come out and said, "Look, we're not going to take your money away. In fact, we're going to try to give you more." But instead of giving anybody a chance, they're saying, "Fuck you," and call him a Nazi. You know, if I was Elon or Trump, I'd quit the fucking job altogether and say, "Fuck you. Go find yourself. Go. See what happens when we're gone." I mean, it's so beyond frustrating. But good old Metal Hawk wants to keep drinking the Kool-Aid. Really? Thank you. I mean, look, there's things that I'm worried about. You don't think I'm worried when I see the market crashing on a day-to-day basis? Of course. One, you should have your money with Dave Mortash, because when the market goes up, you make money. When the market goes down, you don't lose any money. Call Dave Mortash. But
and am I crazy in thinking that while the market may be down right now, it's up from the last day Joe was in office? It's up like 1,000 points or something.
I don't know. But regardless, it will go back up. Look, Trump said it the other day, and it's kind of corny and whatever, but he's right. You know, when you're sick, you take medicine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the medicine sucks. You
Yeah.
don't like the way that it tastes, but in a while you start to feel better.
Yeah.
So, look, it sucks right now, and hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
I know. God did the whole world in 6 days. And 77. Oh my God, he should build 3 worlds. 10
He's
worlds.
no God, that's for sure.
Certainly no God.
Yeah, this is true too. We were promised a Black Monday stock market crash today, and that didn't happen. I guess because all the people that were going to tank their stocks were too busy driving home from those big rallies they were at all weekend.
Oh yeah, I'm sure those people have a lot of money.
Sure, they're big in the stock market.
Those people are. Yeah, did you see those fucking people? I'm sure the people with that fucking blue hair are highly invested in some stocks out there. People don't. I guarantee you, the only thing those pigs know is the fucking food market.
And why do most of these people give a shit about federal jobs? They don't work federal jobs. Why do they care?
And I hate to tell them, I think Clinton got rid of like 400,000 federal jobs.
Yeah,
And I
that
think,
doesn't matter.
Trump's gotten rid of 60,000. He's the worst. He's a Nazi.
Terrible.
Oh my God. Dude, this is how bad it is. I saw a story the other day on the news, right? People were walking through the park, and the park's restroom was closed.
Okay.
And they started blaming Trump cuts for the restroom being locked. And they couldn't take a shit while they were on their hike through the metro parks because of Donald Trump.
Yeah. Seems reasonable.
I mean, are you fucking kidding me? One, you're out in the woods. Go take a piss if you got to take a piss. And
What,
two,
am I, an animal?
You shouldn't be sitting in those fucking... You know how nasty those park bathrooms are to begin with?
Yeah, no.
There's no air conditioning there. It smells like a big pile of dump. And it's horrible. But it's Trump's fault that they were closed. He did you a fucking favor, people.
I haven't heard this clip. I'm just going to play it blind. How's that?
All right.
This is from St. Paul yesterday.
Hopefully there's no swearing because we don't do that on the show.
No, of course not.
Elon Musk bullshit, whatever, from taking away my boyfriend's fucking rights.
Deport Musk! Deport Musk! Deport Musk! Deport Musk! Deport Musk!
He is an American citizen, isn't he?
Yes!
How are you going to deport him? Where are you going to deport him to?
Deport the American citizen, but yet the gangbanger illegals, the one that rape, kill, and steal from you, they want to keep him here.
Where are you going to deport him to? His house?
Yes.
He's an American citizen. All right.
Stop the coup! Stop the coup! Impeach Trump! Impeach Trump! Impeach Trump! We will not go back! We will not go back! We will not go back! Love, not hate! Love, not hate!
Yeah.
Love, not hate! Lives matter! Trans lives matter! Trans lives matter!
Oh
No,
my God.
they don't.
Oh my good God, dude. These people are so fucking crazy. I guarantee you not one of them would open up their doors to an MS-13 fucking gangbanger and let them spend the night at their homes.
Where was the mass shooter to do us a favor yesterday?
Really?
Jesus Christ.
Trans lives matter.
Trans lives matter.
Nobody said that they didn't matter. They said that you shouldn't be transing children.
Yeah. And all we've ever said is don't try and get us to pretend that we respect it. We don't.
You
You
know
want to do it, do it. Be tranny. Who cares? But don't ask me to say, "Oh, you're so brave and so bold," because I'm not going to say that.
Because you're not going to force me to like what you are. I don't have to like you. You don't have
I'll
to like
accept
me.
it. If I own a restaurant, I'll let you eat there. But
Right.
as long as your money's green, I don't give a shit if
I'm
it matches your
assuming
hair.
you have a sign on your door at Pinball PA saying no trans allowed.
No. I love the trannies when they bring their money.
Exactly. I don't care what you do. You know what happens when I see a trans person on TikTok or Instagram? I just scroll to the next video, dude. I don't care what you're
It
doing.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But you don't need to be standing outside like an asshole chanting that trans lives matter.
Yeah. Because go away, idiots. All right, here's more of this.
Oh, great.
Trans lives matter! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump!
Ooh.
Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! No KKK, no fascist USA! No Trump! No KKK, no fascist USA! No Trump!
They are aware, right, that the KKK was started by the Democrat Party. They are aware that it was a Republican president that put an end to slavery in this country.
I agree with TS Photo here. What rights don't these people have?
I keep asking that. I keep asking on these videos, what rights have been lost? Okay, I guess the right to serve in the military, they tried to do, right? I mean, I guess if you're a trans because you have a mental problem, they don't let you carrying guns and trying to shoot people. But I think you're still allowed to drive a car. You're allowed to vote. You're allowed to eat at restaurants. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to drink and
earn, work, start a business, get loans.
What rights have you lost?
Yeah. Well, they don't want rights. They want special treatment.
Well,
there's a difference.
And the problem is, and I get worked up about this kind of stuff, but look, it's a very small minority of people that are out there that really give a shit about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the media treats it like there were 300 million people marching against Trump, but his numbers are still up.
Yeah, people don't care what these guys say. And see, I honestly think that they still think it's 2015 or whatever. They think that we're going to cave because we're afraid of being called a transphobe or a homophobe or a racist or whatever. We don't care anymore. We played that game with y'all and it was never enough for you. So now we don't give a fuck. Want to call me a racist? Fine. Racist, homophobe. I hate the faggots. Say whatever you want. I don't care. I really couldn't give a shit. And I think most people are in the same boat now. They just don't care. Call me any name you want. It's still not going to make me suck up to your side. It's just not going to happen anymore. That day is done.
This is the problem, Habu. They are not aware that they are the fascists. They don't even know what the word fascist means. Mm-hmm. They don't even know what they're saying. They don't know what a Nazi is. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're out there just spouting and spewing fucking talking points that George Soros and the media has told them to say.
Or paid them to support.
Right.
I'm not a believer for a minute that these people just randomly came together either.
No.
There is clearly a large contingency here that made
paid agitators
a couple $100 to show up and do this nonsense.
I mean, there's a lot of them with the same fucking signs. It is what it is, dude.
And the signs are printed. Half of them are printed.
I mean, if we didn't give them the coverage that we give them, maybe they would just go away. But the mainstream media wants Donald Trump not only out of office, but I'm convinced they want him dead.
Sure. They do. They definitely do.
So I don't know. It is what it is. I'd rather look at half-naked Down syndrome girls than these people.
I enjoy watching these fools. I honestly do. I should probably watch the news more because I love watching and laughing at these idiots, thinking that they're going to make some impact on me and people that think the way that I do. They're not. We all are laughing at them. Do you know anybody? And I'm being serious when I ask. And anybody in the chat room, if you are that person, I swear to God, I will not even attack or anything. I'm just curious. When you see this kind of stuff on any issue, I don't care what the issue is, trans or civil rights or Black Lives Matter or any social justice issue you can possibly think of. Is there ever a time when you see these protests and think, I really need to rethink my stance on this because these people are clearly offended, so maybe I'm wrong. Has that happened to anybody that's watching this show right now? Anybody? These protests mean nothing. Nothing. It's a joke.
Look, I know some people on the left that actually are appalled by the way the left is acting.
They should be, because it's pathetic.
This is, again, a minority of people that are out there. Look, I know that Oberlin is part of these protests, the people of Oberlin. And Oberlin is like its own liberal fucking country in itself.
Sure.
I mean, if you live in Oberlin, God bless you, because I don't know how you do it. But these people are paid to be brought in, a lot of them anyways, and they are, the people that aren't are just, again, going with the flow of just, I'm told to say this, I'm going to say it. I don't even know if it's true, but I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw one interview with people, the guy was saying, well, what don't you like? What did Trump do? What did he take from you that you don't like? Well, he did it. Did what?
Did what?
They have no answer.
It.
They just have hate in their heart for a guy that they don't know. Look, I don't know Trump either. But for every argument that I can hear that he's a scumbag piece of shit, I can make the same argument that he seems to be a pretty good fucking father, a good grandfather. His grandchildren love him. Everybody's, a lot of people have screwed up in their marriages. I had one before I settled down here and married my beautiful wife.
I'm divorced.
I mean, and so if we're going to sit there and say you haven't had a bad relationship in your life, you can go fuck yourself. You're idiots.
Yeah.
You have.
This guy knows what he's talking about, Seth.
Yeah, right. That guy has zero clue what day.
Come on. He knows. Let's see what he has to say. He might. Before I play this, Seth, and I haven't heard this either, I would like you to agree to go into this with an open mind.
I am.
And if he says something that is wise, I want you to agree to at least consider it as to indoctrinate it into your life. Will you do that?
I can do that.
Okay. Let's hear what he has to say. And I have not seen this video.
I may sound like I don't have an open mind, but I do. I'm willing to listen to other people's arguments. Not Metal Hawk because he's a fucking tool bag, douchebag, piece of shit. All right, but
Let's hear what they have to. Let's hear what he has to say.
Metal Hawk.
Might be Metal Hawk. Who knows? Let's hear what he has to say.
So what makes Trump a fascist? What makes Trump a fascist?
He does things without
You gotta talk loud. I don't have my mic on.
I'm not really good into interviews stuff like that.
Sorry?
He just does everything he wants and not following laws or he's a convicted felon, that's all I know.
But your sign says he's a fascist, and I'm just curious what makes him a fascist.
One of the things is that he's trying to control the media, right?
Say that again?
He's trying to control the narrative.
How is he trying to control the media? Doesn't every president try to control the narrative?
They try to control their own narrative, but one of the things that Trump's has done, for example, is the renaming the Gulf of Mexico, and then not allowing the Associated Press to come into the White House. Basically, trying to get.
What are your feelings about him renaming the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America when a majority of the Gulf is in fact on the coast of America as opposed to Mexico?
I mean, it's kind of pointless. People.
Is it pointless?
Yeah, people call it the Gulf of Mexico. What's the
Don't
point
you think it could have a
the name?
positive tourism impact potentially?
Tourism has been down heavily.
So I don't want to get into a tourism debate. My question is, the sign says the fascist Trump regime must go.
Yeah.
And so I'm just curious what makes him a fascist. You pointed out that maybe something about his relationship with the media, he wants to control it, but
yeah.
How? Again, you're calling him a fascist.
Yeah, well,
what makes him a fascist?
One of the core tenets of fascism is creating an enemy, right? And blaming those problems on
What's
the enemy.
that?
Oh, yeah,
So-
the paper gave me, yeah.
Who gave you that?
The people that gave me the sign. It's a free sign.
Oh, someone gave you the sign, and then they gave you the handout. So are you reading it now to try to answer the question?
Yeah, but I mean...
Can I see that? Can you hold that up?
It's not...
No, I'm just curious.
I mean, you can have it.
I can have it?
Yeah, you can have it.
Alrighty. So where did you get the sign?
All the way in the gatekeeper's house.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just pretty cool.
And that's another one? They gave you two pieces of paper?
Yeah.
Hey, you can have this
Can I have that one too?
Yes, you can have both.
Oh, okay. So what brings you guys out here today?
Just because I saw people were hanging out with people from...
Yeah, same thing as everyone else, executive overreach.
That's your people, Matthew. That's your fucking people. Get the fuck out of here.
I think he made some great points.
No, he did. I was being very open-minded there. I was waiting, and he did. He made some good points that he got his sign from over at the gatekeeper's house, and they handed him some papers. Here you go. And he couldn't define what fascism was, much less have anything to say about. And the other guy said he renamed the Gulf of Mexico Gulf of America. The left renamed Aunt Jemima fucking pancakes and maple syrup. She was the creator of those. But no, we had to get rid of that name. And Uncle Ben's racist and offensive. These people have lost their fucking minds, dude.
Well, here's another.
So crazy. He renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, but it's okay to get rid of the creator of Aunt Jemima maple syrup because she was offended.
How's your protest going? You have 6 people out here.
Go away.
Go away, I'm not talking to you.
You're not talking to the media. No one else gives you a platform. InfoWars gives you a platform. Do you filter your water?
No.
You drink the fluoride water?
Right out of the faucet.
Do you think there's no problem with that?
No, I don't think there's a problem with that.
What about the fluoride lowering IQ?
I've been all right.
Hey, can you tell me why Trump should be impeached?
Because asking a foreign government for help and dirt on a political opponent is illegal.
And what did Trump do? When did he do that?
Didn't you read the transcript?
What transcript?
He doesn't.
Oh.
Don't talk to him.
Obviously, you're not very well informed.
He was president when he was talking to the president. He wasn't campaigning. He was the president of the United States. Is he not allowed to talk to foreign leaders?
Don't give him content.
See, no, this is a cult leader right here. She controls your free speech. You see that? She's controlling your speech right now. That's a cult leader.
And who controls yours?
Nobody. I'm out here speaking freely. Who do you think controls my speech?
His name is Alex Jones.
He doesn't control my speech. He doesn't even know I'm out here right now.
You're carrying his name.
Where's his name? That says InfoWars.
Who owns that?
It says InfoWars. So what's your point? I'm out here asking you why Trump should be impeached. You notice how you can't answer a question. Now this guy's trying to block my camera.
Why not? It's freedom.
So do you see how unintellectual you guys are? You can't even answer a single question. Why should Trump be impeached? How so? What are you talking about?
Clearly asked for interference from a foreign country.
When? How?
Right on the front lawn of the White House when he asked China to look into Biden.
Okay, so he's the president of the United States. Is he not allowed to look into corruption?
No, he's not looking into corruption. He's looking into Biden. He could give less about
Let me ask
corruption.
you a question. Is the government corrupt?
Portions of it are, but not the...
No, I bet you would have said the government is corrupt your entire life. And now you don't want to say that because Trump.
No.
Admit it. This is it. This is the big philosophical hurdle these people will not admit to. They all know the government is corrupt. Everyone knows it.
That's hilarious. It just goes on and on.
I mean, he's right. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and give InfoWars a bunch of credit
No,
times.
who cares?
But I mean, those people are fucking morons. They don't know what they're protesting. They don't know why he should be impeached. They don't know why Elon is bad. They know nothing. They can't give you a reason. I mean, Matthew will sit here and say, "Oh, that wasn't a what? It was a private business. It was the left."
I say just keep on doing it because it entertains me.
Well, here's the beauty of everything that the left is doing currently with all these burning down their own people's property, like the Teslas and the dealerships and stuff like that, because they're the ones that told us to buy those cars. So all the idiots out there driving Teslas are the ones that they told to buy them.
Yep.
But what the left is doing that's so brilliant and so great is that all the stupid things that they're doing with this Nazi stuff and men and women's sports, and they continue with that garbage and burning down dealerships. What it's doing is it's cementing the fact that the left will never win another election.
Oh, I'm not ready to go quite that
The
far.
Democrats' approval rating is 27%.
Yeah, but
Donald
27
Trump, even through all this bullshit, his numbers are rising.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody will vote Democrat again except for these losers.
I don't know about all that. I'm not quite ready to say, well, we've taken over. That's silly. You know, there's still ways to cheat.
It's headed that way.
There's still ways to cheat. I'd say what I'm thinking, but I don't want us to get kicked off of YouTube. I'm just enjoying the whole thing. I don't really give a shit about any of it. I just like watching people act stupid. It's fun to me.
Oh, boy. All right, we haven't taken a break yet.
Yeah.
There's only 15 minutes left in the show.
I'll take a quick one.
We should take a... Why can I never find stuff on here?
It's like the third or fourth one down.
I couldn't even find how to get to the commercials. I'm having a tough
The
time.
fourth one
All
down.
right, I got it. We'll be right back. It's Seth Williams Show with Chris Aiken. Hang on.
When disaster strikes, we come together. Here at Mario's Barbershop, we've turned our passion into purpose. As Hands to America, a 501c3 nonprofit, we're on the ground helping those hit by hurricanes, floods, fires and tornadoes right here in northeastern Ohio and nationwide. But we can't do it alone. We need your help to keep this vital work going. Your donations, whether it's cash or vehicles, can bring hope to those who've lost so much. Join us in making a real impact. Every donation fuels relief efforts and helps rebuild lives. Call us at 844-864-2637 or locally at 216-520-1977 or visit us at handstoamerica.org to see how you can help.
Handstoamerica.org, handstoamerica.org. Mario from Mario's Barbershop is always helping people. So make sure you do what you can to help out that organization, please. If you got anything extra, there's been floods again, nasty storms, tornadoes and stuff have been moving through the country, even some here in Ohio. So Mario's trying to help out with a lot of different things. Handstoamerica.org, even if it's $5.
Yeah.
Whatever you can do, $5, $10. I'm going to be donating because I know there's some shit that's been happening, and I know that Mario needs some help. So
yeah, so hook him up.
Do that, please.
Yep.
So I don't want to talk more about politics. I'm stressing out. I got to plan a graduation party for my daughter.
That shouldn't be too hard.
And like this room that we rented, it's like in McIntosh Farms where we live. It's got like this big red barn.
Mm-hmm.
And you can rent it and have people go there for their parties and stuff. So we rented this damn thing, but I can't get inside to see what's in it. So I don't know if there's a fridge in there. I think there is. I don't know.
They won't tell you?
Well, I mean, the company that owns all this stuff runs 4 or 5 different properties. So I don't know. They said
is it closed until your daughter's thing?
Yes, I'm allowed to go up and take pictures. If there's not an event going on, I can go up and take pictures through the windows. So,
what the hell?
And I'm not allowed to have helium balloons, but I think I'm allowed to have regular balloons.
Why aren't you allowed to have helium balloons?
Because it's a big barn. So I'm thinking that they don't want to
fire hazard or something
loose or something. You can fly up to the top and then
sit
there forever. But it's penny to dick, dude. I got to buy all these invitations and decorations and food.
Mail all that shit out, address it all.
Ugh.
Fun. Make your daughter do it. It's her fucking party.
I'm making her do all the, invitations, writing them all out and all that kind of bullshit.
Sure.
But I didn't realize that stamps cost 73 cents now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, dude.
I thought it was 50.
Hey, last time I think I bought a stamp, it was 43 cents or something. It was 73 cents for a stamp.
It's because nobody mails anything anymore.
I guess.
Everybody either emails or sends it through Amazon.
What a pain, man.
Yeah, it is.
Nobody told me that having kids was going to have, I thought 18 turned around and it was going to be she's gone and she pays for everything now.
Dude, you're going to spend $300 in mailing shit.
I know. And then,
you might want to do email. You might want to do email invitations.
Thought about that. I already bought these damn things.
Take them
I
back.
got them on Amazon, though, so they're fairly cheap.
Yeah, tell them that they were misprinted or something.
They have these personalized ones. You can get a picture on it and this. I was dude, I am not getting those. It's $23 per invitation.
Jesus, no.
No. And then she's going to be heading off, and I got to pay for all this extra garbage, dude. I didn't realize that I was going to have to still pay for dinners and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you're going to be paying for a lot of stuff. Wait till she needs that special book for that one class, and it's $93.
That's why you better be having a job.
Hopefully they got some DoorDash out there by the campus, right?
College ain't all fun and games, man. You better get your ass to work.
That's right.
But I am sad, though, man. I'm going to be a fucking pathetic mess and wreck.
Yeah, for a minute, and then you get over it, and you move forward.
Did you?
Yeah.
But your kids kind of still live around you.
But your daughter ain't moving that far away, and even my son Zach, who doesn't live around me, I still talk to him, every single week, sometimes twice a week.
Boys are different, though.
I can
I think if I had a boy, I'd be like, all right, get the fuck out of here. Tell me, call me when you score a girl, take a picture of her for me, and send it to me.
I mean, the only real difference, at least for me, is with my daughter, is I have to stay on her to make sure, like I make her tell me, just do a check-in every 2 or 3 days, just because she's out and living on her own and whatnot. It's like, if I don't hear from her in 3 days, I want to know that she's all right. But did you adjust?
Dude, some guy already sent a picture of himself and then asked her if she had an OnlyFans page.
Oh, an OnlyFans.
I was like, dude, what the fuck is that? And then one guy asked her, how do you feel about friends with benefits? I'm like, all right, what the fuck are you doing here? Hello? Because she's looking to find roommates and stuff in Cincinnati. And what the hell is going on?
Look, there's
I don't realize how pigs guys are, dude.
Dude, come on. What were you like at 18?
Chris, I'm almost 50 and I'm still looking at fucking Down syndrome naked chicks, dude.
Just think if you'd had a cell phone. How many fucking girls would you have asked for titty pics?
Oh, my God. Dude.
All of them.
My dick would have been halfway across the country.
That was what was amazing to me when I first got single. Just because I was doing Classic Metal Show, just hundreds of fucking naked chick pics. They would just send me stuff and they'd be like, why don't you come up here to Newfoundland or where, to Canada somewhere? Like, would you come up for the weekend to Newfoundland? I'm like, what?
The first concert I ever hosted, I had women showing me their vaginas pierced.
Yes.
And I was like, this is going to be the greatest career of my entire life.
But that even wears out.
But my point is that now I have a daughter and these guys are sending fucking shit to her.
Of course.
There's a guy that I know, all right? I'm not going to say his name. I listen to this fucking show. And he, added her to, his Snapchat, or whatever. I don't know how this, I don't know anything about Snapchat or anything. And I'm sitting there going, or Instagram, one of these things. And I'm like, the fuck, dude? This guy's a weird fucking dude. And, I've known him for 30 years, dude. I don't want to know him.
Sure.
And he's add my daughter and stuff. And it's like, dude, what the hell? I miss my little Burger King buddy when she was 6. And we'd go to get nuggets and shit and play cat in the hat on the Xbox.
Unfortunately, your daughter got your wife's genes. So, she's going to be fighting them off. But she's smart.
I am happy that she doesn't look like me, because then her life would be miserable and fucking hell forever. But it really does bother me that
she's not stupid. She's gonna,
I know, but
she's not gonna fall for the dummies that are just trying to get some ass.
Okay, but I look at her parents, me and my wife. Neither one of us were exactly angels growing up, dude.
Sure.
Made a lot of dumb choices.
She's probably not going to be an angel either. If you're thinking that she's going to be...
She better be.
If you're thinking that she's going to be on that wholesome wait for marriage trip, you're crazy. And I'm not saying that to be shocking or dangerous or any of that other stuff. You know what? Except that she'll be safe. What would you rather she does? Fucks a random guy in college or gets killed because she gets in the wrong car?
Why no? Look, I'm.
I mean, that's you got to put your fears in the right place, man.
Since he is very expensive and dangerous for most kids, they have to be there 5 years.
For most kids.
Well,
not dangerous. I don't think Cincy's that dangerous, is it?
Actually, I have heard some things that it was dangerous.
Is it worse than here? It can't be worse than here.
But what I heard is that, if you're on campus, there's a gabillion cops and campus police and whatever. But if you go off campus, then it's fucking downtown Cleveland. You're gonna get murdered.
Sure. Well, your daughter will know better. She's not gonna travel by herself or anything, is she?
I better not.
She'll stay in packs as you're supposed to do and make friends with her roommates and then expound out.
I know that I'm gonna be some fucking dad who sets up a tent outside of the dorm, and I'm gonna be having food dashed to my tent and just sit there and watch everything goes on.
Right. She'll be fine, man.
So many fears and so many things I'm not gonna say on the show, but
Yeah, she'll be fine, though. I mean, I've met your daughter. She's not stupid. That's the telltale. If she was stupid, that's what.
Like, seriously.
You got your mom's genes.
Look at me. Like, how in the world did she end up, like, with a decent head on her shoulders?
Hmm?
I'm lucky she didn't end up like a Mongoloid, dude.
Nah. You're not that stupid. You got decent intent. Intent goes a long way, man.
I guess.
Intent is what you share with your kids. It's what your intentions are, and your intentions are generally good.
Generally.
Well, whose isn't? Who among us is going to say, oh, everything I do is with the best of intent? Come on. We all fucking try to steal a meal or fucking stole something from a restaurant or a store or something. Come on.
Don't say I have good intentions when you look at my phone when you go to bed tonight.
Even that. You're not out cheating.
That is true. That's very accurate.
All you're doing is fucking rubbing your dick to your phone.
You guys are great parents. Quit putting yourself down. She is a result of great parents. I appreciate that, Tom. Tom actually took some fantastic senior pictures of our daughter.
Nice. Probably sparked those pictures. Probably sparked that guy to add her to Snapchat.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Tom. They were good pictures.
Sure they were.
All right. Time to wrap this pig up and put a bow on it.
Yeah.
Have yourself a wonderful...
well, before we do that real quick, I do want to announce one thing, and it's rare that I have something going on, but tonight at 9 p.m., if you are a fan of extremely heavy music, I will be doing a special edition of Chris Aiken Presents Live with the band Skin Lab. We're going to be doing a live Q&A, and we're going to be debuting their new video for the song Flesh Wounds, which is all over Liquid Metal and whatnot over there on Sirius XM. So,
nice.
So if you are interested and would like to talk to Steve Esquivel of the band Skin Lab, please tune in 9 p.m. on Chris Aiken Presents on all the platforms. So
that's awesome. Good stuff right there.
Yeah, that's good.
If I'm not dashing, I'll be checking that out.
All right.
Is that 9 o'clock tonight?
9 o'clock.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching today. I do appreciate it. God willing, we will talk to you on Wednesday.
Yes.
Try to line up a guest or something. See what we got going on. See if I can find somebody. But have some fun. And then if you haven't signed up for Minds for the after show stuff, the dirty stuff. You missed Hooker Hill last Wednesday.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Which was fun. You got to get a tour of Hooker Hill and see what that is like over in Seoul, Korea.
Yeah. And we had a special dedication to Sydney Sweeney.
We did. Or she had some very nice fleshy boob pictures that were on the screen. So if you like that sort of thing, minds.com/Seth Williams Show. Sign up there, $4.99 a month. Get you good stuff on Wednesdays and more.
Yes.
God willing, we'll talk to you then. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. We will see you later.
See ya.
And maybe not. Not yet.
You got it? You want me to do it?
No, go ahead and do it because the song's not there and I'm not quick on my computer side. So we're stalling because nothing's ready to go. But that's all right.
Now
have a great one.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Trip, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.
Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.